Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Age of the Primes Prima Prime, which is from the 13 Primes, which is a character that has this awesome sword that you're able to put the Matrix of Leadership on. Anyways, this is a Voyager class, and it is my first Prima Prime figure, as most of the Prime figures will be. The instructions are pretty simple and short and small, which I love because you don't have to have a full table worth of instructions. As for the accessories, it's pretty neat. You have the sword, you have the Matrix Leadership, the chest opens, and you're able to put that in there. So without further ado, let's get right into it and we'll see how we feel about it. As a side note, there is a DNA design upgrade kit that released at the time that I recorded this video, because I take forever to open my boxes, and it's awesome. It's actually so cool that I hope it's not too expensive, but it's one of those that I was like, I kind of have to get this, because as much as I like how the head sculpt is like Prime-like, having a helmet is infinitely cooler in my opinion. Articulation is better than 90 degrees, which is awesome, especially for a Voyager. I kind of am starting to expect that at the price point, especially since Hasbro's raising their prices by a couple dollars. The sword looks great. One concern that I kind of had was, like, I don't want to say false advertising, but obviously in the picture, in the back of the box, you have the two hands together. It's very hard to redo that pose, just with the way that the arms are made. But either way, it's alright. Like, you're able to open the hands, which is awesome considering you can't even do that on some of the more expensive figures. Matrix looks great. It's not super colorful, but I expect that from probably the time era that this figure is based off of. Sword itself can be taken apart as we saw when we built it, and you're able to store it on the side of the backpack, which is a nice asymmetrical type of storage. Anyways, moving into the transformation now, we're going to start by opening the forearms and then flipping the hands in like so, and then you're going to be fully rotating the entire arm back. I got a bit confused at the beginning, but you'll see right about now that you just rotated 180 degrees. Very simple stuff. Then you tab open the backpack and then you rotate the upper body. It's a little awkward because the wheels get stuck on the swivel for the backpack. You just have to make sure that clearance happens. Then you can open up these wheels and bring the head all the way back and tucked away into the chest. And then the instructions were a little complicated at some points, like it didn't really show what it was doing. You don't need to do anything else for the chest piece there. As for the backpack, you can start moving the arms upwards and all the swivels together, and it will kind of, they don't pin together, but it does connect to the chest and everything works out in the end. It's kind of a trust the process situation. It's a little awkward the first couple times because you have these little pins that the forearms go into, and then once it covers the chest, you want to close this piece here, and it does connect to the two shoulder pieces. So you have to make sure it's at the right distance from each other, the shoulder pieces, so that you're able to do everything properly. It can get a little confusing, and this was my first time doing it, so it was a little awkward, but it just kind of, the chest piece sits in there, you close that front piece, and then the forearms again, they tab into the backpack, and then it just works. After you're done that, the wheels, there's nothing obstructing them, it's perfect. The chest piece does get neatly stored away, which is awesome. Then you have to take out the wheels from the legs, which can be a little awkward because they're very, very stiff at the beginning and they're actually tabbed into the back of the leg. But once you get through to that, the legs are pretty simple. You just have to push in the feet, connect them together, and then bend them all the way into the backpack so you can form your figure. It did mention in the instructions to sort of pull the legs, which was really weird for me, but I did find out after a couple attempts that it's just a matter of you won't get the clearance unless the front is formed at the right distance. Like if you formed a backpack slightly less pushed out, it's a lot harder to put the legs in. Once they're in though, all you really have to do is bring the wheels, and they don't really connect, they just kind of go into an empty slot on the legs, and then there you go. It's sort of like a lunar rover figure, and it drives awesomely. Like the wheels have no obstruction, there's nothing that could really ruin it, which I absolutely love. And then as for the weapon storage, it sucks a little bit, unfortunately. Like you can take the sword apart, put it there, it doesn't really hide it. And then you can put the hilt underneath by connecting it to one of the wheels, like so. It's neat. I wish that this sword was better hidden, but the alternate thing you can do, which is kind of silly, is you can just put the sword at the front. And that's what I would probably do. Either way, there's the secondary alt form, which is sort of like a floating version of the lunar rover, or like a hovering version. You just kind of move the wheels a little bit, and then it looks neat, but it doesn't stand very well. So take that as you will. Like maybe like with the stand itself, it could look cool, but that's what it's supposed to look like on the instructions. Anyways, I'm giving this figure like a solid 8.5 out of 10. I know the DNA upgrade kit is going to really raise that. My main issues is the clearing when you bring those legs in. It can suck a lot. But other than that, it's really simple. It's fun. It's neat. It does feel sturdy, not top heavy or bottom heavy. So I'm pretty happy with this one. And the color scheme is nice. I really like the transparent blue. It's really fun. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm sorry I'm not really giving that much commentary on the transformation back to the robot mode. I do feel like the video is more than enough, but let me know if you didn't like that, and I can do that moving forward in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.